Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise. Thank you for joining me again. So I have a question here from Hilda. She wants to know, she says, please read on the military staff who supported the Secretary of Defense. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not supported. Please read, start over. Take two. Please read on the military staff who reported to Secretary of Defense Austin, who may have hijacked President Biden on the Afghanistan rollout. Were the military under Austin involved with Putin or Thump to pay off the Afghan soldiers to just give up abruptly as well as give up their weapons? She wants to know what truly happened. So I will probably use the Lenormand for this one. You guys let me know if you like the tarot better, or maybe, the two together. I'm not sure what you guys like the most. I just go for what will give me what I think would be the most accurate, reading message. So, but anyway, let me know what you like. I'll do my best. So, okay, well, anyway, let me get the camera dropped down. We'll get started on this one. Okay, so I decided to start with the tarot just to see what comes through. Yeah, so we're wanting to know the truth. What happened, man? What is the truth? What actually happened? Goodness knows. It could have been a lot of things because there's so many different players involved. But the main question here is, thank you, Hilda, for an awesome question. The main question is, were the military under Austin involved with Putin or Thump pay off the Afghan soldiers to just give up abruptly? Yeah, as well as give up their weapons. What truly happened? Okay. So what happened to the military staff? What actually happened? I'm opening to the forces of love, light, and truth. Okay. And this is the Radiant Rider-Waite, if anybody's interested, but I did trim down the cards. Yeah, something happened really fast. So this is the situation, the forces in motion. The biggest challenge was, oh, that's interesting. Okay, Four of Swords reversed. So we've got Eight of Wands straight up, Four of Swords reversed. And then let's see. Let's see. For the past column here, let's see if there's collusion or guilt at all with the military. With the military, let's see what happened in the past, and I'll go ahead and do 4 cards for that. Let's do 4 cards for that to see the truth. Okay. Goodness. And then let's look at presently. Might as well look into the future on this as well. And of course I will do the Lenormand to get more little details, or just to get a different perspective. So and I'm reading this on Monday, August 23rd. So let's just look at the present present and how it's going. And then let's look at the future. I'll do 4 cards over here for the actual, let's see. I guess the future of the whole operation. And then I will use the Lenormand to get more into the nitty-gritty of, if they did give up abruptly and all that. But let's see. Future as to how this is going to continue for in Afghanistan. And I'm not going to put a time frame on it. Oh, but that's this one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, oops. Now let's keep these separate because this is future here, present, situation, past. Okay, so diving in with the Eight of Wands, I mean, you guys can just see the image on the imagery on the card says it all. War, something happening really fast, something forceful and extremely fast. And, Mercury and Sag, it's like a political situation that, was bringing forth a big message. Just really challenging. It's a card of changes happening very quickly. It has to do with, it can have to do with air travel too, because these are moving through the air, but they hit the ground. It's not reversed. They hit the ground. So it feels to me like they hit the ground, the soldiers, the situation with the soldiers is they hit the ground running once they got the orders. And their biggest challenge with the Four of Swords, coming in reversed, this brings in, major stress, major, like high anxiety, but they were ready. They were ready for action. But also just really stressed, really burned out, and bam, that says it all right there. Wow. Yeah. Okay, but in the past, what was happening? People involved. We do have the Emperor, and it's reversed. And that does bring in that element of corruption, and abuse of power. The Three of Swords, of course, is heartbreak and betrayal and major loss. We do have, the Nine of Cups, which, it can be, this can be, some people call it the smug merchant, but it can be, we've got the red hat here, so this could be somebody in Russia is happy, somebody's corrupt and really happy, even though there's, this heartbreak and betrayal and this just overwhelming stress and anxiety here with the Nine of Swords. We've got 3, 4, and 9 here with the swords. Wow. High anxiety. It's it's the same as the 32 card in the Kipper, where it's just like tortured with worry and stress. Really, really challenging. It's also a card of trauma. It can be a card of trauma, which is what sometimes keeps people from sleeping at night, because things are coming up that need to be cleared out when they're finally, quiet. which, is really challenging. My heart goes out to anyone that goes through that. But, it's also a card of, because the mind is just going crazy, it's a card of a lot of fear. So this fear of betrayal, fear of these outside forces, this corrupt outside forces here. Because this is the dictator card. This is the autocrat card. This is major, not having any control, not having any power, and major oppression. It can also be a card of fraud. So this is what the military was under. But they might not have known it. Nobody may have known what he was up to. Because this feels to me like Putin and, Putin and Trump, there's that very real possibility, but I'm not sure that anyone knew about it. Because, the plan was to, I don't think that they thought that things could fall apart so quickly. Because these cards they go together in the sense that the forces hanging over them caused this, this heartbreak, betrayal, and this major fear and trauma. This is a nightmare situation. It's also a card of failure. So on another level, this could be that this failure happened, but there may be no, it's not. It's not on another level. This, I really feel strongly, this is the little guy in Russia that has caused this fear and this betrayal. This has Putin all over it right here. Trump in this situation, I don't know, other than all the support he's given him in the past. But presently, presently there's a lack of strength. We have the strength card upside down. There's weakness, low level of strength. But there is this, this willingness with the Ace of Cups straight up. There is this new beginning. There is this, this can be a card of major fulfillment coming through. I just heard they kind of got caught in a really challenging position where they couldn't, they didn't know that it could happen so quickly. Now in the future for Afghanistan, with the Four of Wands here reversed, this is conflict. This is major conflict. And, who knows who's welcome here, right? This is arguments. This could even be a cancellation of some type of a contract. But then we do have success and happiness coming in later on. With the Queen of Pentacles, straight up, this has to do with being, stable. This is stability. This is resourcefulness. But, so there's conflicts. It's a mixed bag, man. It's like there's conflicts and resourcefulness and some stability later on. And there's some success over the past generations and the past, because we have the Ten of Pentacles here, and when that comes through reversed, it's usually like Family Feud time, kind of, you know. It could be that there's a revelation, there's a revealing of all the feudal type of tribalism, and because these two together here, definitely. And then they're trying to stabilize. So there's these cross currents going on. So I think it's going to be really, really challenging. Yeah, darn it. I'm feeling kind of drawn to this Queen of Pentacles still. Oh, I get it. There's going to be, even though they're in conflict, I think there's going to be like support from other countries to, you know, like charity that comes through, charitable type of donations and support. This could also speak to, oh my goodness, of course. I'm sorry, you guys. Sometimes I am so slow. This is speaking to all the Afghani women who don't want to go back to the way things were, you know, 20 years or 200 years ago. And they're ready to be free. And they want their children to be free. And they're going to be reigning and shining their light over the old ways. Because this Ten of Pentacles reversed is just, it's separation. It's, like I said, you know, just, it's unstable. She's stable. It feels like the women are going to be much more stable. Now, the cool thing is, you know, Biden has at this point, I mean, I think it was the promise from the get-go, but it just wasn't spoken. To get anybody out that wanted to get out, as long as they, you know, had a visa, it could get a visa, things like that. So I'm looking more at the future of this with the Afghani women. Yeah, there's a surrender. Okay, so, well, here, let's just do this. Because I'm feeling like these two cards belong to them. Well, actually, these four. Oops. Sorry, you guys. Watch what I'm doing here. So I feel like the Afghani women are involved here. And then here we have it here. We've got the struggle. We've got the hopelessness. But the leadership, well, the lack of leadership, and then this big surrender, it's not going to be easy. Not at all. But there's some healing after a lot of grief. There's some moving on and forgiving and healing, and then the hope can return. But there's a loss of hope and faith here. They can't afford to be quiet anymore. They have to rise up. And it will be a huge struggle and battle. Yeah. I'm hoping that they get, let me, while I'm here, right? While I'm here, I might as well look and see. Because I remember Debbie and I read on this in one of her live streams before, where I got that they would all get out, but you know, she got that it would be, I just used to, you know, cards to figure out a yes or a no, and I got that they would get out. But she got that it was going to be, you know, a big problem, really challenging. So let's see, how's it looking now? Let's update and see. Is it, is everyone that can, are we going to have support for these refugees that need to get out of there? How's it going to go for these people that want to get out of there? Because there is commitment already for our military to get out. I mean, all of our people and interpreters, and of course, anybody with a visa. What about those without? Yeah, there's that struggle card again. But there's work. They will be working on it, looking at the details. Might be some bad news there. This would be like a lack of a visa. Struggle to work to get the visa. The lack of a visa. But strength, so strength coming in to try and help heal the trauma of the past. Yeah, there's the offer, there's the struggle, it could be like the white and shining, knight and shine, what am I saying? White knight and shining armor. Yeah, to heal the restriction, so there is going to be some support. Then again, it's just this mixed bag, and there we go again. Yeah, so as far as just anybody wanting to get out, no, not without a visa. With this King of Wands here reversed, there's bullying, there's abuse, if they're disloyal and there's no yeah, and notice, the Six of Swords, the immigration card, it didn't come through. And I kept drawing this abuse and bullying and this struggle and this fighting with the bullying. And with this Six of Cups up here reversed, we're stuck. We're stuck in the past. But it is a card of leaving home and having some, just leaving home. Leaving home, and this card is enthusiastic movement and news. This row up here controls this bottom row, so this is better because leaving home because of this is conflict and war, basically tribal feudal situation, struggle, lots of work, details. I really feel like this is our visa card, but because it's reversed. The Page of Pentacles reversed, that's bad news. And it's things that it won't work out. It won't happen. So struggle, it's going to work for some people. It's not going to work for others. There will be, but there is some strength. There is some strength even over the abuse. This can be, the Eight of Swords, this can be major opposition and major, struggles going on. It can be, and yeah, it's just a mixed bag. So, okay, I'm going to let go with the tarot, and let me use the, this over here. I'm going to use this little deck here, the maybe Linamon. And let's see exactly what happened. What truly happened? What truly happened? Hilda's question was, what really happened in regards to the military staff who reported to Secretary of Defense Austin, who may have hijacked President Biden on the Afghanistan rollout? Were military under Austin involved? Under Putin or Trump. We already got, you know, the little Putin card up there. So to pay off the Afghani soldiers to just give up abruptly, as well as give up their weapons. What truly happened? Okay, so this is all going to be just the past. Just the past. Okay. I think I can fit 21 cards here. If I can't, what I'll do is just stop and raise the camera up. Okay. All right, there's the movement, and this will be domestic movement across the land. Oh my goodness. Well, that's interesting. 45 popped in here. Well, so if you hear funny noises, it's my stomach growling. No other bodily movements are leaving me. God, wouldn't that be awful? Thank goodness that has never happened to me on camera. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to have to raise this up. Wait 1 second. Okay, it's raised up, but now I've got to get it into frame. I hope you guys can see the images. Something like this. Hope I counted right. Yeah. I don't know who the heck she is, because I wasn't asking for, maybe I just screwed up there and didn't draw the right card, but I wasn't asking about any one person. Okay, where's my chopstick? Here we go. But here's our theme here. Here's the goal. Here's the movement and the news to the, you know, the branch, all the branches of the system, and the money. This is also opulence. People who had the means to leave, of course, you know, like the president of Afghanistan, who took off with his 169 million and went to Saudi Arabia. What a jerk. But, you know, that's how it goes. It's like, and gee, and I wonder who paid him, right? Who do you think? I mean, that's a Russia card. I don't have the ship here, though. 45's over here. Let's read the four corners. This is just disgusting. Partying, and then the movement of goods. Let's get our, you know, this is a big party of people. This is connected to Russia. This is Trump. And then this is this dangerous enemy. Dangerous, dangerous enemy. So there we have it. And then we have the three cards opening up. You know, a spread like this they're always very important. So the movement, the commerce, the, you know, the goods, and the need to go fast. The need to go fast. Oh, I get it. This is what happened. I'm sorry. Again, here I am slow. This would be the, I think, on another level, I do feel Putin's involved here, but on another level, this is the party, the money, power, and protection of the Taliban, who came in and just, you know, created a very, very painful loss. And with the mice, it's like it ended. well, a painful loss that was very destructive. I'm not going to say it ended anything. A painful loss that was very destructive, and there was a goal in place from the get-go. They got wind somehow. The news came through somehow, and maybe from Russian sources, but they got the Taliban got the news that we were leaving, and they probably had dates, because this painful loss happened because somebody was watching, and there was a major betrayal. Major betrayal here. Yes, it was complicated, but this very painful loss, this big change, this, this could even be containers of people, some way that they moved out and moved in. Because we have the attack card over here. I do not know who this woman is. You know what? I just heard it's the stand-in for reception. Okay, so I'll get to that in a minute. But right here in the middle with this 9-card spread, we have money, power, protection, people who were wealthy that could move and get out, which was, this would be the Afghan, president who ran. He was supported, I think, by Putin somehow. Oh, man. Wow. And then to have this together, to have the mice and the tree together, we're dealing with just a major complicated situation where there was some fraud, but this is, this is thievery. This is a loss that happens because there were lots of little thieves, a system of lots of little thieves. So this is, I think, the Taliban who was watching, and it was just an awful thing that happened. The clouds can cause hesitation. Got money here. Let's go to this 9 cards here to see. So we've got predatory, clannish, the goal of the clan, of the Taliban. They were ready to fight, totally ready and prepared to move. They had a system that was ready to move like the system and the strength. This, major strength they were watching, and they had major investments of all these little, like thieves when it comes to even pieces of information, but they hid. They were, little betrayers, and they hid really, really well. They got some money for doing this. They got money for even watching and spying on people. Passing on bits of information. And they were ready to fight, and this would have been, taking down the Afghan, would this be the mansion where the president lived, I suppose? I don't know. It's not the little tower, which has to do with the whole, administration of the whole institution. This is more like, if this were USA, this would be the White House. This is more like the foundation, which could be another way to look at it. Fighting for a new foundation. Money was definitely passed along. Yeah. And documents as well. And then this is the receptive. So the documents were received, yeah, like independently from all these little every single Taliban fighter. And then this, choice to be made. This would be as another. These are there's 3 travel cards, but we don't have the ship here. But this traveling really quickly. This card relates to being at a crossroads and trying to figure out which way to go. And this could even be receiving documents and messages. This could be, receiving even text messages from the clan leaders as to take this road or that road. And then, we've got the blockade here, the big obstacles, and this card can be a delay, but I don't know what I mean. Ugh. I don't know why else Trump's card would have been here, except for these cards around here. I mean, this, I used to get this card for him all the time, both of these cards. And it could be that he passed on some information, because at nights down here, this is the movement of, something. This is the information, and it's right next to his card. Maybe this is even Melania. Because based on the readings I've been doing lately, it's very, very possible that she's been his handler. So if she's his handler, she would have her, she would be in everything that had to do with this guy. This could even be Russian support, Russian thieves that hide. The movement and goods. And, these 2 cards mirror each other. It feels to me like there was protection. Yeah, that's what it is. He was involved, and Putin was involved, and there was protection for the president to get out of Dodge and run with his party, take anybody he wanted to. Oh my God. So yeah, so it looks like that's what truly happened. Here's the predator. Here's all the little predators, and they set it up in a way so that it could happen. Oh, of course they would have. This guy would be involved in order to, because of course he wants to weaken Biden, right? Yeah. He wanted to create an obstacle and a big barrier for Biden. And another way to read this would be he wanted to create problems for whatever could be received as support, from the White House. This hidden, he's been this, I don't know if it's so hidden, but this is a card of being a hidden enemy, and this is Trump's card. X45. Wow. So I guess it's a big yes. Here's what truly happened is that there was support for getting the president of Afghanistan out of the country. The information, the support system. Yeah. Now, as far as whether or not the Afghan soldiers just gave up abruptly, let's see if I can get that on another level here. So this would be the Afghan soldiers. This is a card of violence. This is a card of violence. This is the power. This is the quick movement that caused the painful loss. All this is hanging over them. What truly happened was this force that was just such a heavy weight over these soldiers that they could, I don't think they could do it. And we had drawn down our troops too, which is another thing that, Trump started doing that way ahead of time. And, no, I'm not going to fault anybody for wanting to get out of there. But that also, I don't come from this dualistic realm that says just because I don't want war, I don't want people dying, and I don't want American or I don't want anybody fighting in wars. But that doesn't mean that I don't support, because I realize, the planet hasn't evolved to that place yet where where we can live without war, obviously. I mean, we can, but not everybody can. And it's just a big machine, right? It's a big machine, just like the prison complex, the whole military industrial and prison industrial, all of that. That doesn't mean that I don't honor every single soldier that has ever fought and died, and the trauma. I mean, I honor every soldier that has tried to fight for justice, fight for the underdogs, fight for freedom. So that's all I have to say about this. It's a big, sad situation. And if we remember that I'm really drawn back to remember that Eight of Wands and that Four of Swords reversed. It was just, everything happened. It's like they came in, the Taliban came in hot and heavy, and they couldn't, I don't think they could have handled it, looking at these cards here. So, but notice I don't have like giving up the weapons. I don't have the removal of weapons. I don't have the scythe. I don't have... And another thing I don't have is like the dog card to show like loyalty to any certain, person here. It was all behind the scenes and hidden. And it was a big system that had been planned way ahead so that it could just happen quickly. Once they knew, it's like the information got out. There was the reception, the receiving of a lot of information. Probably that the White House put out, and then it was intercepted, and yeah. So, okay, well, it's a really sad situation. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't, well, there's no way I could have good news with this reading, is there? So, okay, well, big hugs, you guys. Sending you lots of love. Take good care. Bye.